up with me, I'm going to finish it.
They burn from the inside out! You're responsible for their murder if you're not vegan! And their blood is on your hands!
This vegan activist has become a danger to herself and society at large. She has rained terror at anyone who dares even think about meat, hurling insults and pouring fake blood at anyone who dares cross her. However, during her spare time, she's making $40,000 a month on OnlyFans, using the money to fund a series of shocking and unspeakable stunts that have gotten banned from accessing 75% of an entire continent. Y'all, this story is wild and unimaginable, so get ready to hear one of the wildest and most jaw-dropping stories you will ever hear from the world's biggest hater of anyone who has ever eaten meat. And why does she keep doing all this crazy stuff when everyone's mad at her? Is she just looking for attention, or is there more to it? Get ready, because we're about to spill all the deets on the most dangerous vegan alive.
Don't dare touch me! Their bodies! Their lives! Animals want to live! Animals feel pain! Their bodies!
So, we are all aware of just how wild and insane that vegan teacher has been over the years. From going to extreme lengths to promote her vegan lifestyle to saying some pretty racist stuff and going as far as the N-word. Not to mention that she even said one time that members of the LGBTQ movement were selfish for coming out. Now, you could be forgiven for thinking that no other person could surely ever do half the outrageous things that vegan teacher did, but you would be extremely mistaken. Meet Tash Peterson, the one person who makes the vegan teacher not seem all that bad. You see, Tash was a normal, everyday Australian who loved everything from swimming to surfing, you name it. Tash even started a YouTube channel in 2009 and started posting videos about surfing. Looking back at it now, Tash was just your average gal living her best life without any extreme care in the world about animal rights. But then, in 2017, something clicked in her brain and bam! She went full-on vegan. And let me tell you, she didn't just dip her toes in the vegan pool, she did a full-on cannonball. It started off really quick for Tash. One day she was eating meat and the next full vegan.
People think I'm really loud and outspoken, which I obviously am as an activist, but the real me and the me as a child was very quiet and shy, and I just wanted to be with animals. I didn't really care for being around other humans.
The animal lover continued to eat meat until she was 23.
I watched a documentary called Food Choices, and I immediately changed overnight. I went to the supermarket the next day, I bought soy milk, all the plant-based alternatives, and I was so morally motivated that I knew that I was going to be vegan for life. I never wanted to consume or use animal products again.
On May 19th, 2019, Tash took a dramatic turn from her regular videos and posted an uncharacteristic video titled Vegan Disruption at RSPCA Dog Walk.
Alright, so we've got a group of us here today at the RSPCA Dog Walk. We're here to show animal lovers that if they truly love animals, then they need to think about who they're eating and the cruelty that they are paying for.
The video went from 0 to 100 real quick because no sooner had it started than Tash started yelling at dog walkers about how animals were being mistreated, and she started promoting a certain website that she wanted people to visit to learn more about what she was saying. The video had a lot of strong images, and I genuinely don't know how it's never been taken down, because if anyone tried re-uploading it today, let's just say I doubt it would stay up for very long. Now, ever since that video, Tash just got wilder. She wasn't content with just talking about animal rights anymore. Oh no. She wanted to make sure that everyone heard her message, whether they liked it or not. And trust me, most people did not like it one bit.
If you're not vegan, you are an animal abuser, but this is not your fault. These industries have lied to you.
The largest land-based murder of wildlife is happening in our own country.
I'm definitely not afraid. I mean, I use my body to raise awareness for those who have no bodily autonomy, whether that be topless or close to being nude, and I think it works brilliantly to raise awareness for animals.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this girl for real? Does she actually believe all this stuff, or is she just doing it for the attention? Well, let me tell you something. Tash is 100% serious about her cause. She is not out here pulling stunts just to get famous, although that OF money probably doesn't hurt. Tash honestly believes that animals are being mistreated on a massive scale. In her mind, she's fighting against a huge injustice that most people are ignoring.
So what does her boyfriend think? Well, he's the one shooting the videos.
Seeing Tash half naked or even fully naked with lingerie on in public, I can imagine would be difficult for some boyfriends. However, I've just found it quite strengthening for our relationship.
However, that's where things started to get a little messy. You see, whoever said too much of something isn't good for you probably had an encounter with Tash. Loves, Tash's vegan activism was slowly hitting serious levels, like yelling in your face while you're going about your day type of levels, and it became annoying. Imagine total strangers just going about their day, and up steps Tash in the street, and she starts yelling at complete strangers about animal rights and how nobody should wear leather shoes. Y'all, that's enough to make anyone lose their cool. Now, yelling at people on the streets wasn't getting the desired outcome, so Tash one day decided to upgrade and go into stores and restaurants and try and get people's attention in there. Most infamously, in 2022, Tash stormed a Louis Vuitton store in Perth, Australia, wearing absolutely nothing on the top half of her body. Tash started pouring a red liquid all over the store that looked like blood, and she started smearing the products that were on display with the same liquid. Then she started yelling at people, "There's blood on your hands if you're not a vegan, and if you're not a vegan, you've paid for their brutal unaliving." Now, Tash was promptly arrested and taken to court, where the judge had some choice words for her. However, right outside the court as she was being released, Tash did one of the wildest things imaginable. She took off her top to show the words written on her chest, which said, "Wear your own skin."
An animal rights activist who stormed a city boutique while topless has faced court. Tash Peterson and two supporters are accused of disorderly conduct and face thousands in fines if convicted.
Wearing nothing but a G-string, notorious vegan protester Tash Peterson storms a luxury store.
Louis Vuitton have blood on their hands, and so do you if you're not vegan.
Covered in what she claimed to be her own menstrual blood in front of a dozen staff and customers, including young children. The August 2021 stunt was filmed by her boyfriend Jack Higgs and fellow activist Arkayus Swebedinsky. Today, the trio went on trial, fighting a charge of disorderly conduct. Prosecutors arguing Ms. Peterson's offensive behaviour and horrific language was outside the bounds of public decency.
Now, this whole stunt earned her a criminal conviction, but Tash didn't care. In fact, she said, "It doesn't bother me at all. I'm here to speak up about the non-human animals who are suffering in the meat, dairy, leather, wool, and fur industries. So I'm not going to stop. There is no stopping until the animal holocaust ends." And loves, let me tell you, Tash lived up to her word, because just months later, she stormed yet another Louis Vuitton store, pouring red liquid all over the store and on products in the store, and if that wasn't enough, she took to her Instagram and started saying, "Louis Vuitton unalives cows, sheep, goats, crocodiles, snakes, foxes, minks, ducks, and geese. They have unalived lambs and turned their skin into leather jackets. Louis Vuitton have blood on their hands, and so do you if you're not vegan."
The most innocent and defenseless individuals on this planet being brutally murdered. Listen to their screams. They fight for their lives until their very last breath. For the name of fashion and clothing. We do not need to be contributing to this. There are vegan alternatives. If you're not vegan, you're an animal abuser. Louis Vuitton have blood on their hands, and so do you if you're not vegan.
She was quickly arrested, but the funny thing is that when the police were arresting her, she was just wearing her underwear, by the way. They asked her for her name and her ID because that's the law, but they knew exactly what her name was because of how much she had disturbed the peace in Australia. And even after getting arrested, Tash was still unapologetic for all the damage she caused, saying, "I am using my body and my blood to help those who have no autonomy over their bodies. I am using my voice for those who are subjected to crimes in the meat, dairy, dairy, egg, honey, wool, leather, fur, down, and animal entertainment / racing industries. Now, this stunt earned Tash a fine of $35,000. But despite claiming to make over $40,000 each month from OF, Tash was forced to set up a GoFundMe page to help her cover her legal fees. But annoying people and then turning around and asking them for money doesn't usually put people in a generous mood. Tash failed to meet her goal and only managed to raise about $600.
Animals in the meat, dairy and egg industries are subjected to slavery, torture, rape, abuse, and murder.
But loves, this story gets even crazier because Tash doesn't just stick to Louis Vuitton stores. No. This girl will crash anything if it means getting attention for the animals. She's run onto football games during big games, totally disrupting the match and probably giving those security guards a heart attack. Like, imagine you're just trying to watch your team play and then suddenly there's a half-naked vegan activist sprinting across the field. And don't even get me started on her restaurant stunts. Y'all, Tash ruined one restaurant completely and the owner decided to ban all vegans forever from entering his restaurant. This girl is seriously relentless. She doesn't care if it's a busy Saturday afternoon with tons of people around. In fact, that's exactly when she wants to strike. The more people to witness her protests, the better. She's all about causing maximum chaos to get her message across.
Tash Peterson, she wants to start with me. I'm going to finish it.
So Tash will be in court. She'll face charges. Is this over for you, or will you be involved in that?
So once we get over the legal action, so far as the police are concerned, then I'm going to start going for civil action as well. I'm going to just really, she tried to damage my business so much and it really hurt, Layla. It genuinely really hurt. I'm sure you saw that before.
Still, you gotta wonder, is she taking things too far? Like, I get being passionate about a cause, but the girl is out here breaking laws left and right. She's been arrested so many times that the cops probably have her on speed dial by now. Trespassing, disorderly conduct, you name it, she's probably been charged with it. It's one thing to hand out flyers or hold up signs, but covering yourself in fake blood and running around wearing nothing, that's a whole other level of extra. People are calling her a serial pest and getting so fed up that they're organizing counter protests just to shut her down. But you know what's wild? None of this seems to faze Tash one bit. No matter how many times she gets arrested or how much backlash she faces, she just keeps going. It's like she's playing a game of how far can I push this, and she's determined to win. Now, after one of her restaurant stunts, Tash got slapped with a $2,300 fine. That's like a whole month's rent for some people. And as if that wasn't enough, the judge also gave her 30 hours of community service. Plus, now she's not allowed to leave Western Australia for 6 months without permission. She's basically banned from 75% of Australia. And to remind you just how big Australia is, it's a country that spans an entire continent. On top of being banned in almost all of the country, Tash has also been banned from every single licensed venue in Western Australia. We're talking restaurants, bars, nightclubs, even regular stores. It's like the whole state decided to put her in time out. Imagine trying to go out for dinner with your friends and being told you're not allowed in anywhere. That's Tash's life now. However, some legal experts are actually saying that banning her from all of these venues is going too far. They're arguing that those laws are meant for violent criminals, not peaceful protesters. So when people try to stop her, it's causing more drama. Okay, y'all, let's get real for a sec. Is Tash Peterson a total hero or just super annoying? Because honestly, people are split on this one. Some folks are like, she is so brave for standing up for what she believes in. They think she's a total badass for putting herself out there and fighting for the animals. Like, imagine having the guts to run onto a football field half naked just to make a point. That takes some serious courage. But then there's the whole bunch of people who are like, ugh, can this girl just stop already? They think that Tash is nothing but a troublemaker who is giving vegans a bad name. And let's be real, her methods are pretty extreme. Like covering yourself in fake blood and storming into a fancy store, that's not exactly gonna make people want to listen to you. The thing is, Tash's protests are pushing people to their limits. She's been called a serial pest so many times, it might as well be her middle name at this point. People are getting so fed up with her antics that they're organizing counter protests just to shut her down. Can you imagine being so annoying that people are protesting your protests? That's next level. Just take a look at these reactions from people who have had enough of Tash. I actually cannot believe that it has somehow gotten worse for this crazy lady. How bad of a person do you have to be to literally be banned from 75% of your own country? Being banned from 75% of your home country? Geez, talk about consequences. I'm just waiting for the governor to say, Tash, we've had enough of your BS and we're fully banning you from the country. Okay, Tash Peterson is officially insane, well, to me, even by crazy vegan standards. And I've seen all sorts of crazy vegans online. Getting banned from 75% of your own country is truly absurd. That takes literal effort to achieve and ditching a lot of common sense. She's been banned from so many places and keeps doing the same ish that keeps getting her banned in the first place. Why does she think she does nothing wrong when she's gone unclothed in public, covered in animal blood, screaming and playing dying animal sounds around innocent people? Yeah, okay. Why is she not in prison? I'm an Australian. We do not accept this woman. Anyways, what do y'all think about the OF vegan activist? Do you think she's doing all of this for attention? Let me know what you think about this whole mess in the comments down below. Till next time, bye love!